The excitement of sports is epitomized by these NBA Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks, which feels both inevitable and surprising. 2 years ago, we were one series away from this exact finals matchup. A Boston return to the finals seemed predestined, even after they crumbled against a barrage of Miami Heat three-pointers in the last season's Eastern Conference Finals. Yet, if we rewind to the spring of 2021, the situation was far from certain for a franchise hoping for a decade-long run of contention around Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. The 2020-21 Celtics finished with a mediocre .500 record and were eliminated in the first round by the Brooklyn Nets super team featuring James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. Within the Celtics organization, there are still whispers about that series, a sense of helplessness and fear that the Eastern Conference had left them behind. The team surrounding Brown and Tatum was in disarray. Kemba Walker struggled with injuries, young players were unprepared, and several free agent signings and trades failed to pan out. Brown's season-ending wrist injury only compounded the issues. In a swift two-year overhaul, Boston restructured the team around its two stars, trading Walker for Al Horford and making strategic deals for Derek White, Drew Holiday, and Kristaps Porzingis. The Celtics corrected their missteps by aggressively trading assets for talent. The Mavericks underwent an even more rapid transformation after their 2022 Western Conference Finals appearance. The only remaining players from that squad are Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Josh Green, and Dwight Powell. The Mavericks took on more future risk than Boston in correcting past errors, including the significant mistake of letting Jalen Brunson leave, but their success in this postseason has silenced most concerns. When considering the bigger picture, it's impressive how many factors could have derailed this finals matchup, highlighting the massive stakes involved. Boston had numerous opportunities to accelerate the Tatum/Brown era by trading one of them or the picks used to draft them for restless superstars like Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Durant, Kawhi Leonard, or Anthony Davis. The Celtics used their final Nets pick to acquire Kyrie Irving in 2017, pairing him with Gordon Hayward as big offseason moves. Boston hoped Irving would attract Davis, though such a trade would likely have cost them either Tatum or Brown. This plan faltered when Hayward shattered his leg 5 minutes into his Celtics debut, a tragic event that altered the team's trajectory. If Hayward had stayed healthy, would Brown and Tatum have developed as quickly? Would Irving have grown unhappy leading a young team? Without those issues, could Boston have landed Davis? Irving eventually left, leaving Boston in shock. Other opportunities to trade for superstars like Durant emerged, but Boston chose continuity, betting on Tatum and Brown's long-term potential. Now, the Celtics must seize their championship window before it closes. The Mavericks wandered in a post-2011 title purgatory until their franchise-altering draft day trade for Doncic in 2018. Their pre-Doncic roster was old and mismatched, a result of failed drafts and missed free agents. Doncic was their salvation. As Boston recalibrated post-Irving, Dallas did the same with the Doncic-Porzingis fit, eventually trading Porzingis for Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans. A year later, Dinwiddie was part of a trade that brought Irving from Brooklyn. Now, Irving and Porzingis faced their former teams, with much of the strategic focus revolving around Porzingis and the big men on both ends.